Ira Thor, Assistant Athletic Director at New Jersey City University and the Academic AllAmerica New Media Committee. And today I am joined by Bebe Wang of the Denison University Big Red. He's a men's swimmer out of Naperville, Illinois. And for the second year in a row, he is your NCAA Division III Men's At-Large Academic All-American of the Year. Bebe, first of all, we hope you and your family are doing well during these really challenging times. And I got to congratulate you on some history here because you are the first Denison student athlete ever to repeat as the prestigious Academic All-American of the Year. Can you express your pride for this accomplishment?
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, it means a lot. And, winning it last year, it was kind of like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And then I did some more research on it, and I thought, wow, this is really something, right? And winning it again this year, I think, first of all, it makes me very proud of the work that I put in. And I think it's just a really big confirmation that I'm on the right path and that I'm doing a lot of the right things.
See, every great student does their research, so I'm glad to see you did your research for the award. That backs it up right there.
Yeah.
So, all right. So if this accomplishment by itself wasn't remarkable enough, you and Denison women's swimmer KT Kustritz swept the Academic All-American of the Year awards, both from the same school. What does that mean for you as a Denison student athlete, for your school to push this feat, and even more for two athletes in the same sport? We know how traditionally close swimmers are in men's and women's program. How big is this for you guys individually and for Denison as a school?
Yeah, so I think it really speaks volumes to how dominant the Denison swim and dive program really is. And not just in the classroom, or not just in the pool, but in the classroom and in the community as well. We have amazing coaches, a lot of great professors, faculty, athletic directors, and all that. And I think, the school as a whole is just a great place to be. And it says a lot about what kind of place this is and the kind of people you can find there.
Well, you're a 5-time national champion. You're a 15-time All-American. You were a big part of Denison's men's national championship team. What's your proudest accomplishment in the pool in the sport of swimming?
There's a lot, but I'd say if I had to pick one, it would be my first individual title in the two-back at NCAA's in 2018. And honestly, that meet as a whole, that national meet, was probably the best 4 days of my life. The 200 backstroke was on the last day. My other two events, I had already swam them. I got third and second. And on the last day at that point, it was just kind of like, I got to go get this. All right. I got to show the country what I'm made of. And touched the wall, saw, one next to my name. And it was awesome. Something that I'm never going to forget.
That's awesome. Those are memories that you certainly are going to carry with you for a long time. You specialize in 3 different events: the IM, the free, and the back. If you had to choose one style, which one would you choose and why? If you could only swim one way.
Well, me, I kind of like to be good at everything, work at everything. And, IM definitely accomplishes that. You have to swim all the strokes. So I'd probably say IM on that one.
That's one way to get it all. Get it all right there. So the 2020 season did not end how anyone ever could have imagined, obviously, with what happened with COVID-19. And you were heading into this year's NCAA championship in Greensboro. You had the nation's fastest time in the 200 IM. You were the 3rd fastest time in the country in the 200 free. And Denison was the favorite to repeat as the D3 men's national champions. Can you kind of walk us through the moment where you learned that the championship was going to be canceled due to COVID-19, and what your emotions were then, and also how you and your teammates are doing now 3 months later?
Yeah, sure. Well, obviously it was hard, because the entire year you could just see both teams gaining momentum by the day, especially on the women's side. This was really going to be their year. And, about a week and a half before the meet, Greg called us into a room and we had a meeting, and, the athletic director walked in and the president, Dr. Weinberg, walked in, and we were just like, oh no, this isn't going to be good. And so Greg told us the meet was going to be canceled. And obviously it was devastating and heartbreaking, to say the least. And to me personally, it felt like I was robbed, or, robbed. And, felt kind of sad, upset, frustrated, all the bad things. And I think a lot of my teammates can say the same thing, especially for the senior class, since this was going to be our last meet ever, basically. Having swam for like 15 years, this was supposed to be the last big thing we were going to do. And, it kind of felt like, if you were training for a marathon and inches away from the finish line, you get hit by a train that comes out of nowhere. Wow. That's sort of what it felt like. Yeah. And three months later, I won't say that I've come fully to terms with it, and I don't think I ever will. And I don't think a lot of the people on the team will either. But something that I've taken away from swimming is that it's going to do you no good to focus on, what you can't control or what happened in the past. The only thing you can do, the only thing that's going to be best for you is to focus on the future and what you can do and what you will do.
Well, if anything, this Academic All-America of the Year award can kind of give you some great closure for your career and also for your team as a compliment for just how great Denison swimming has been and how great your career has been.
Right.
I definitely want to talk about what you've done in the classroom. And you've majored in mathematics. You had a majored in physics, I should say, a minor in mathematics. And you were awarded an NCAA postgraduate scholarship this year. You're going to be studying at Purdue. Could you tell us about your future studies and what your career goals are?
Yeah, so I'm going to be starting a PhD in mechanical engineering in the fall at Purdue. I want to research combustion and how that works, those kind of processes. And Purdue has a great lab. They have the biggest academic propulsion lab in the world at Zucro. And I want to be able to use that to find ways to make combustion more efficient for applications in all kinds of things, internal combustion engines, gas turbines, jets. They work with NASA, the Air Force, Rolls-Royce, all those companies. So afterwards, in the future, I think I'd like to work maybe for NASA or SpaceX, develop rockets, find ways to make those things, kind of processes, more efficient.
I'm more and more impressed with you the more and more I speak with you. So we'll let you wrap this up with a chance to thank people who have been important to you along this journey. Who would you like to thank that has really helped you get to this point and everything that you've accomplished?
Yeah, first of all, my parents. I obviously wouldn't be here without them. I've had their endless support, financially, emotionally, all of that. They've been there my entire life. I'd like to thank my coaches, the coaching staff, Greg, Kim, Kellen, great people, great mentors, a couple of faculty members, Dr. Stephen Doty, he was my research mentor this past summer. Dr. Rena Tever was my academic advisor in my major. And then probably my roommates, Mitch and Kamani, because I lived by myself for 2 years as an RA. So it was kind of nice to have people around for my final year, and they've been a big supporter. We support each other, just great friendships. And I guess I'm the one that gets the recognition for the award, but a lot of things go behind the scenes. I get help from a lot of other people and they've helped me get to where I am today. So as proud as I am for this achievement, I hope that they're proud of me too.
The year I've been doing this, you're the first person to thank their roommates as well. So that's another nice touch as we wrap up this interview. That is Bebe Wang of the Denison University Big Red men's swimming team. He is your 2020 NCAA Division III CoSIDA Academic at-Large All-American of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you.